because that's part of, you
Yeah.
know, that's part of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I know I didn't get, I was going to ask, I'm glad Corinne, you brought it up because I do not think, Wilma, did you get the last one?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So let's just revamp what we touched on last week. I think last week we did groups.
yeah, because last week was pretty intense. And I'm thinking I need a refresher on that one.
The groups I had trouble with, I tried going on and I got onto groups, but I didn't know how to get to specific groups. I couldn't see that. Hi, Wilma.
Hello. Hey, Corinne.
How are you, Wilma?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I was with my kids. That's why it took me a long time to get on.
This stuff happens. So what I've been showing everybody today is I'm going to share my screen again now that we're recording. So I was showing everybody how you endorse somebody here. So you can go, you have to be connected to them already. And so if you haven't managed to maybe do business with somebody, or they've just connected and conversation has sort of gone dormant, you can revitalize that conversation by going into their profile and endorsing them. So I'm not going to send this because I just sent her an endorsement already. I'm just going to go out of this for now and close out of her profile. So you can do a search. If you go into my network, and once you get into my network, you click on connections. And then you can search with filters. So you click on search with filters. And you want people, and you want your first level connections, because you want to find the people that you've been connected with a long time. So you want to choose a location. So I usually choose Canada and the United States, depending on where you're licensed. If your license only covers a certain area, you might want to just specify New York or something. And so we'll show results for that. It's down to 8,500 now. So you want to see what company, if you want to search a specific company. Well, let's say we want to search Remax. I'm just picking a company. You don't have to search a company. It's just up to you if you want to. And you can also click all filters, and you can choose from the drop-down menu here and check off everything that you want to search on the different criteria. And so remember, these are the people that you're already connected to. So they're all first level connections. And we were just talking a bit about Forex and crypto because of some of the messages that I had preset in my Word document. And so I looked at Barbara Lynn, she's got Forex trading. So I hover my mouse over her name and then right click, and you open the link in a new tab, and it opens up in the top here. And then you click on that, and then you'll see her profile open up. Then you scroll down to where the skills are listed. And I had already endorsed her for foreign exchange. I just endorsed her now for cryptocurrency. And LinkedIn is also going to send them that message. And I can send a message as well. So I just click on the message button here and type in a blurb. Hey, Barbara, I noticed, and before I did that, I checked to see when we were connected. So you go into the contact tab, and we connected on December 4th of 2020. So I can mention that in a message. Hey, Barbara, I noticed that we connected in December of 2020. And here's a little bird survey for personality birds of words survey that you might have fun with, and then send it to her. So if you can even make your own little surveys. You can use Survio, Survio. Survio, it's great. And you can think of little surveys that you can put together. It's free. And then these are little things that you can give to people to help them feel like they've got a gift of some kind. So you can use those little surveys for, I've got a health and wellness survey, I've got a financial survey, and then I've got this survey of birds, and there's a survey for network marketers that I use. And you can do all these for free on Survio. And then you just put the link on for people to go and enjoy taking part in this survey.
Do you have samples of those? Do you have samples of those?
Well, this survey is the network marketing survey, and it goes in there. And when you take this one, it talks to you about the money. This was made by Gloria McDonald. She's my coach. So you have to just put your name and your email in there, and then it lets you into the survey. And that's what it does on Survio. This is a Survio. I think it's done on Survio. And one of the things I do to figure out what I'm going to just ask in a survey is I just go and do a Google search online, and I go for health surveys. And you get a whole bunch of ideas for health and wellness, employee surveys, health risk assessments. You get all kinds of ideas from the different surveys that you can find online. Another one I did was a wealth survey. And different questions, and you can read through some of these and find out what kinds of questions that you could ask. And don't put any more than maybe 5 questions on your survey. 5 or 6. You don't want it to take more than a couple of minutes.
So once you do this, what do you get back to them with? So they do a survey, and then what?
Then once they do the survey, you wait about a week, 5 days to a week, and then you get them and you just say thanks. If they fill out that survey, you will know, because you'll get an email response, because it's connected up to your Survio platform, and then you can add them to an email list. That's the whole idea of doing this, is adding people to your email list. And then you can send an email message out to all your connections a few times a week about different things. So for instance, an email that I might send out is to invite people to come and join my mastermind. And I usually write, I try to write from my reader's point of view. Let's see, I'll go into my email and open up. So, have you lost one stream of income? This is my email that I sent out to everybody. I don't know if it's going to let me read it here. New email. Okay. So I'm sure you will agree it's hard to stay positive and look to uplifting things when the bills are not being paid and there's a dwindling food supply for the family. I teach people how to create multiple streams of income so that they will never have to experience taking a hit financially. I sent this to you guys too. I added you to this email list. And there will always be another to take up the slack. Personally, I manage at least 14 streams of income. And I tell them all that blurb that I already showed the rest of you. You didn't get to see it, Wilma. And because of this, my family have been thriving throughout this pandemic. Are you creating multiple streams of income to feed your family and your dreams? You are on the right track, building multiple streams of income. And use LinkedIn to create it all. $10 with the promo code GIFT. And there's a little course here that you can get for $10 to help you learn how to send messages out to LinkedIn and to build your email list.
So did you say you sent this to us?
I'm sure you were on the email list when I sent it out to you.
Like, is it through LinkedIn that you sent it?
No, I didn't send it through LinkedIn. It was through, it would have this header on it.
I think I got something. I'm just trying to look.
Yeah.
Did you just send it today?
No, it went out. It went out last Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday.
You know what I'm having a problem with is that stuff is going in my spam folder.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of stuff.
Wow.
So I have to periodically go in there, which I'm happy to do, but it's like, come on.
So the header on it on this one says, "Have you lost your one stream of income?" Question.
When did you send it? What day? Do you know?
Went out April the 9th at
Did not put in-
9:17 a.m.
9th, it's
uh,
Friday.
time.
Okay.
I got something that says it's free for life, but I did not get that one.
Okay, so there's, I sent that out free for life. That's my email platform that I use. And
Yeah, I got it for life. Yep, I got that one.
if you don't have an email platform, this is a company that is just, they're in what they call beta, and their email platform is launching on May 1st. So when you sign up, there's a free platform. You can be free for life, up to 500 people on your email. And
Why would you need that? I don't get that.
an email list,
When you said an email platform, I mean, I'm not sure what that means.
well, some people use MailChimp, some people use Constant Contact. These email platforms allow you to set up a professional looking email that doesn't just look like an email that comes out of your Gmail.
I don't, so
So
I have,
see how professional the
it has
email-
a header. Okay, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
and you can set up these different headers and have the bottom.
Yeah, with your signature.
Yeah, and because my picture's on the top, I took my picture off the bottom.
And it has the capacity for how many?
So if you go to Groove Funnels, that email that you got, it's free for life or until you surpass 500 emails.
Well, 500 is not that many. I have 3,000. I have 3,000 in my phone.
Wow.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, I just think 500 is not that many. So and I'm not being a smart aleck. I'm just like, does this make sense for
Yeah,
me?
well,
No.
then there's a paid side to this program, which you still get it free for life with a one-time payment. The one-time payment is something like $1,500
Well,
or.
then it's not free. I mean, it's not free if the
That's the thing again. Here, listen, hear me out.
okay.
You pay a one-time payment of it's $14.97, I think it is, one time, and you never pay another payment on it ever until you get over 100,000 emails. And otherwise, you get on a paid platform, you pay $299 a month for life.
Okay,
So
but
huge savings there.
there is a huge savings if you think this is a good platform. I mean, and I don't know if it is or isn't. And I'm just like, I'm not sure I understand what you mean by platform. Like,
LinkedIn is a platform. Facebook is a platform. Groove Funnels, my email, is a platform. It's an emailing platform. It manages your CRM. It includes a video and a webinar system. So it's got way more things in it than MailChimp or Constant Contact or Infusionsoft or Keep.
so I guess if you're sending out email campaigns, that might make sense, right?
Yeah.
So
If
Especially when
you're
you're selling
not-
stuff.
Okay, here's what I've learned, Krista. And I didn't have my own email platform because I tried to download all my connections on LinkedIn and then upload them in a CSV file to an email platform. And I got locked out because they don't allow you to download a whole email list that has not been double opted in.
Right. No, I
And
get what,
how am I ever going to double opt in? And so I never got around to setting up a proper email list. And so then this last year, when I had way more time because I didn't have to be driving to all these networking meetings all week. I got busy and figured out how to set up. I've got a coach and she's taught me how to set up an email system and set it up so it looks professional. So everybody that signs up for my email list, and I send out little teasers with links so that they have to be double opted in. Each person has to double opt in. Then I have been sending messages out to these people and I get business. Like I've had a few $1,000s in sales on the group funnels platform because people have decided to opt into buying the one-time payment and having it free for the rest of their lives. And then some of them just sign up on the free platform because they don't think they'll ever have 500 people in their list. So, there's different ones. And then there's I did an event on LinkedIn in March. It's my 4th event. I'm getting better at it all the time, but I notice that I get way more people registering for my events when I have my email list and I send a message out to my email list, as well as notifying people through my LinkedIn. So I had over 400 people register for that event, and I had 112 people actually show up for my event.
Wow.
And that was using a combination of the emailing and LinkedIn. Now, I didn't use the emailing on my first 3 events. And the most I had sign up was 99. I just invited people through LinkedIn. And they signed up, 99 people signed up, and I had 35 people show up on the platform. And then out of that 35 people, 25 people stayed on there.
Okay, so what would be I'm just curious, out of curiosity, what other platforms are similar to that?
Similar to this.
Well, you said like MailChimp or
Yes, MailChimp is free up to 500 emails. And then you have to pay something like $200 a month for it.
Okay, and who else has?
Constant Contact.
Oh,
One. They're expensive. I'm using Keep right now because I'm waiting for Groove to get set up. But I see that Groove, you're going to be able to do way more with Groove. And not all email platforms have a CRM attached.
no, I agree with the CRM part of it. And I understand what I get what you're doing. So you're doing an email drip campaign, basically.
Right.
And so it all is in there. No, that kind of makes sense. Okay.
So you see what I'm doing is using LinkedIn to find people who are interested in clicking on some of those links, and then they add to my email list so that then I build my own email campaign. Something that most people don't realize how important it is to own your own list.
I agree with owning your own list because you are captive to somebody else if they own your list. I mean, and if the relationship goes sideways, then you're basically up a creek without a paddle, because in some instances that list is everything.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think it's misleading to say it's free when there's even a one-time charge. Yeah. I mean, it's either free or it's not free. And so it's not free.
Yeah, I understand what you're thinking.
I mean, I was like, I did open it. I'm like, this isn't free. And I'm just, I'm like, okay, well, and what's the value? And I didn't understand it and I didn't have enough time to dig into it.
Yeah. That's
in that particular instance when I was opening that email and trying to look through it, and I even sent you an email. I'm like, this isn't free.
Yeah, I think I responded to your email.
You did. And I'm like, wait a minute, is it free or is it not free? And then I was trying to figure out, Am I not looking at this right? Yeah,
Christine,
but I
before-
get why, you know, it's a one-time, and I think the value, I get the value of it,
Yeah.
even at that cost, but which is a lot to me right now.
Mhm.
But I'm not saying I wouldn't make a decision to do that. I just have to.
Yeah. Here's
you
something
know.
that I'm talking about email lists. Here's something I've discovered. We need to send a message out to our email list at least a couple, 3 times a week. And the reason
Yes.
for that is because you need to keep your list current. You've got an email list that you've been sitting on for years and haven't sent a message out to them. You stand at a risk of being shut down by your email platform, because there are going to be too many emails that are unsubscribed or not opened, or all kinds of different negative things that can happen when we have an old list, or emails that bump because they are no longer existing. Those emails are not being used anymore. And that is a bad thing for an email company, because they have a reputation to help everybody be safe with their contact information, and then they're not going to get spammed. And so if they have more than a certain percentage of bounce backs, they call them, then you can get your email shut down, and they won't open it up again.
Yeah.
So if you've got several thousand people in your email list, and you haven't been sending a message out to them regularly, minimum once a week, then you stand at risk of being in that category.
Mm-hmm.
Before the session ends, it's going to end pretty soon. Can you quickly go over the groups? I kind of,
Okay, let's go over groups. I'm going to close out of this
yeah.
and go into LinkedIn. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can go to check out the groups. So if you're already in some groups, you can go down here.
If you're already into which, sorry.
If you're already in groups,
So,
you can go down here on the left side. You see where it says groups?
yeah.
And that shows you all your groups. I'm in about.
Are you on your home page or in your, you're just on
Start
your
from home. How did you get to the groups? Start from there.
Click
Sorry.
on home, click on home,
Yeah.
and then go down the left side,
Oh,
and it says groups.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
And you can
Right.
choose one of your groups to go in, check out more. So it says show more, and you can show more groups or see all. And if you want to see all, it takes you right in where you can see all the groups that you're in.
Oh, all the groups that you're in.
These are the groups that you are already accepted into. And then you can click over here and see the groups that you've requested to join.
All right, requested.
And
So
there's
these are groups I requested that didn't maybe accept me.
Yeah, they haven't accepted you. Some groups aren't very active, and so they don't go in there very often.
What
So
if you want to like for example, well, maybe that's a defunct group. Okay. I'm talking out loud to myself.
that's okay. So here's you could go and withdraw your requests. So you can go in here and withdraw requests. So I also look at the size of the groups, and the only reason I joined these small ones is because I was working with a client. I requested to join, but they haven't accepted. So I'm going to withdraw.
So how do you join a new group? You've got requested, but where do you request to join? Do you know what I mean? Let's say I'm not part of this network marketing collective group, but I want to be. How do you request to join?
Okay, so I'll show you. So if you're looking for groups to join, you want to do it, then
Because I'm not with.
you go to this crosshatch on the corner.
Okay. And it says work or something, work?
Yeah, your work. I call it the work crosshatch.
Okay.
So you click on that.
Okay.
And then you go down here where you see the 3 little men.
Yeah.
Groups, click on that. There's two ways you can do this. So this is, then you can scroll all the way down to the bottom here
Right.
and search.
Oh,
And then LinkedIn will give you where did they all go? Come on. Search. There we go. You click on search. There's over 2 million different groups. So you can do searching through groups this way. And some of them you're in and some of them you're not in.
is there any way a search, is there some way you can say, I want a
Narrow
women?
the search. Okay.
Yeah, narrow the filter, that's it.
Yeah. So if you want,
Wait.
so you want to filter the search. What kind of group do you want to look for? Network
know.
marketing,
Yeah, women in business, I don't know. Let's
women in
try
business.
anything.
So we're looking for women in business.
Right,
We're going to go to all filters. Oops, we can't do it here. Sorry. We're going to just
Yeah.
check the groups. So let's see.
yeah, I got stuck here, right, I think. Okay,
All right, I'm lost.
Yeah.
All right.
It-
Oh,
let's do it this way. Let's go to home
okay,
and let's go down to the groups here. And no, it just takes us to, so you can create your own groups, by the way. So let's just
Yeah.
go back to home again, and I'm just going to do a search for the groups. There we go. Groups. All filters. Darn, that should work.
yeah, that's where I got stuck. Oh, look at this now, maybe, groups by, groups,
No. Okay, let's go for women. There we go. So we've got women in business groups. You just type it into this search bar at the top.
okay,
And go search. Now there's some individual women. She's got 11,000. But these up here are actual groups. And you can see all the group results here.
so you can't narrow it down to Canada or United States or,
Oh, I thought you could,
yeah.
but let's do
Hmm.
okay, groups. Yeah, groups. All filters. There's nothing that happens in this one. I don't like that one. So I've just you're doing really well with just going for women in business groups. Let's try this. Let's do something different here. Let's go to groups here. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to end up doing the same thing. I'm not going to click no, that didn't work.
What if you typed in groups, Canada or groups or something like that, even put the,
Okay, women's groups in Canada. Yeah, this is US and Canada.
okay,
So
there's,
see all group results.
but what, like one of them has 3 members. Gamma,
Yeah,
Phi, Beta.
this has got over 4,000.
That looks like it's a sorority.
Yeah, it does.
So that,
So let's try something else here. I was over, where did I get my? Let's go here to this work patch. Go to the groups that way. Let's do. Probably going to take us to the same place. It looks like it's got the same.
Oh, so-
There's Women's Commercial Finance Forum. See all company results.
excuse me. Sorry.
I see.
Thank you.
Well, I think this
Trying to mute myself before I sneeze.
it's pretty hard to do because it doesn't.
I know, I couldn't find it and try to. Oh,
So you want to find the groups that have, this one has over 1,000, this one has over 1,000.
so what's the minimum size?
Well, I like to try and find groups that have at least more than 2,000 or 3,000 in them. The norm is my son, who works as a lead programmer in Amazon, says they have to be groups of 10,000 or more. But when you have a finite search, the groups aren't always that big, right?
Right.
And so if you're looking for small business, those groups are huge.
Hmm.
So you've got 7,500, 5,500, 13,000, 5,500, 15,000. So some of those groups, there's if you just go into the regular searching of the groups and go down to the bottom of that page, like I was showing you further back in the beginning. Come on, where are you here? And you go down to the bottom of the page and you click on that search button. So LinkedIn is going to suggest groups here. So you can type in small business. This has got 240,000 members, 47,000 members, 66,000, 54,000, 25,000. These are some really big.
So now let's say I want to join it. How do I join it?
Okay, so let's just click on one.
One
I'm
of them.
not in here. Let's find one. I'm not in. And then it's request
Okay.
to join. So you click that button and then you send that request, and then you have to wait, and you'll get an email in your regular email that says you've been accepted. But you can also go back and check. Remember that page I showed you?
Yeah, I forget where.
This page here.
No.
Okay. So you can see if they're still there on your list of requests. I'm going to withdraw this one. And well, I've only got 3 requests that I've left in there, but most of my groups are larger groups. You see that? They're over 2,000, 3,000. But that
You
small
said
business network is huge. It's 240,000.
you said that it's good to be in big groups. So if you disappear, they don't say anything. But if you're in
That's right.
small groups,
Yeah, they notice.
to-
That's why you don't want to be in a small group.
Okay.
because they become very dependent on having you in there. And if they see, so if there's less than 1,000 people in the group, even less than 2,000, they notice right away that you've left the group. But the reason you're in the group is to go in there and build relationships. So if I go into this small business network, I'm already accepted in this group. You can check out posts, see what their posts are, like some of the posts in the group, and make a comment on the posts, and then put your own posts in the group. Then also you can reach out to the people in the group. So you click this see all, and then with that see all, you can go and see, you see all the people that are in that group, and you can check through them and see if they say, they say third level connection, second, third, second, third. So it's still thinking, it's still downloading, because there's over 240,000 in this group. It's going to take a while to get them all downloaded.
So what should we be looking at? You said there's different levels.
Yeah, if it says third or second, those are the people that you want to reach out to, right? You want to look, check out their profile. So if you're looking for a certain kind of person, you might want to, maybe you're targeting life insurance people to sell them mugs, logoed mugs, and then just right click on their name so you don't lose your spot. And it opens up a new link, and then you see where it's opening up here. You just click on that, and then you can go right into their profile and quickly read, oh yeah, they're in Tampa. Tarpon Springs, never heard of that, Florida. And she has 494 connections. Oh, she needs to get up there. You need to get, the goal is to get to 500 plus connections, so you look like you're a center of influence. But she has quite a nice background picture too, doesn't she? Background banner. You can see the people in there, so you know that she's like, I would change this if I was her, because there's a whole bunch of life insurance specialists at Equus Financial. So she's not alone. She's not different from any other insurance agent in that company. And I wouldn't necessarily put Equus Financial here. I would brand my name, Meredith Littman, because she's probably the only Meredith Littman in the whole company. I would brand my name up here, Meredith Littman.
Financial group.
Yeah, financial. Well, she probably couldn't say financial group, because I've done a fair bit of work with financial people, and they have to be careful how they make their statements.
Yeah, there are compliance issues
Yeah,
a lot of times.
It's not my area. Sorry. Thank you.
that's okay. I know you don't. But see, she's in this, we're in this mutual group together. So I know that she's in the EHQ group. And I could just send her a message, say, hey, Meredith, I noticed that we're in the such and such a group, right? We're third level connections. So if I could just send her a message through the group, or I could hit these 3 dots and I could ask her to connect with me. And so if you click on this, then you can add a little note and send a message to invite her to connect. Hey, Meredith, I noticed we're both in the EHQ group, and I noticed that you are specializing with life insurance, whatever, you know, whatever it is that they're doing. And you don't have to read their whole profile. The only reason you're opening it up is so that you can see if where they're located.
Okay.
If you've got licensing challenges, so if you're in insurance, you need to work with people that are in your state, right?
Yeah, correct.
So if you're in New York, probably aren't licensed to work in Florida, so you probably don't want to work with her. So if you can, it takes just a little bit of time, but if you only work on inviting 25 people a day, you can do it in less than an hour. So you invite people to connect with you, number one, and work on inviting 25 people to connect with you. And then you send a message to all your new connections that day, people who have, you recently connected with you. So you go into My Network and click on Connections. And then you go down here and you can tell who you've sent a message to and who you haven't. As soon as you open up the message, you'll see if it's blank that you haven't sent them a message yet.
So what are you saying in your message?
Yeah, I'm just trying to open this up so I can say something.
Okay. Thanks for connecting.
Okay, so here, so this one I can see. I just sent him a request to connect. So he hasn't responded to me yet, but he's accepted my connection because he's in my connections list, right?
Mhm.
So I just say, hey, Dan, or hi, Dan. Thanks for connecting. And then I can use one of my blurbs that I've got saved in my Word document here in my thanks for connecting section. And this is why I have this document, is because I just copy and paste. So
That's nice.
yeah, so welcome to my world and my network. I'll just send this one out today.
Yeah.
So, did you say you will share those with us?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's, I mean, they're really, really helpful. That's really helpful.
Yeah, well, then you have some idea what,
Yeah.
right?
And then, do you think you didn't record last week? Is that, I thought we I feel like
I thought you hit record. You said you hit
I
record.
feel like you
I
did
checked
record.
through- I'll go check through my messages to see.
Yeah, because last week's, I know we just did a little review. It's still complicated. You know what I mean? Like until you start doing some of this stuff, it's just, you
It's
get it. I
brand
mean,
new.
it's easy to follow you, but then I get in here when you're not on the phone.
Exactly.
I'm
I
like,
look at my notes and like,
oh
okay.
My gosh, what
One
did
at a time. Yes, I agree with you,
yeah.
Krista.
Here's another thing that you can do to invite people to connect with you. And I'm not going to send a message to this guy right now, but you can see all these people here. You can view, or you can connect with them. So right away, you can tell if they look interesting from the little bit that you can see, if they might be somebody that you might want to think of connecting with. And you go down through these and you just see if they're somebody that would be a fit. And if they look like they might be a fit, then you look at I always look at I very seldom connect with people that I can't see a headshot. The only time I connect with them is if I know who they are and I know that they're in the process of developing their profile. But if they don't have a headshot in there, I don't connect with them. Because it's like, to me, it's like, what are they hiding from me, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just going to pick this person. So say Sarah looks very interesting. I'm just going to do this little trick, right click and open a new tab. And just see where she's located, because it doesn't say where they're located on any of them. You can't see that. And that's the biggest challenge with LinkedIn is you can't see. And she's in Alberta, Canada. Oh, great. I'll go have coffee with her. But, and then you can just click on connect. When you click on connect, then it invites you to send a note, just like all of the other ones, right? And then you click on add a note, type in the note. Once you get the note typed up, and you can click send, but I'm going to cancel. I just did gobbledygook in there. And then you're still at the same spot. You don't have to scroll down all over again. Because if you click on this profile here, it'll open up just fine. But then when you go back here, it'll take you right to the very top, and then you have to scroll down through all the names again till you find the person where you were at, right? But this way, if you just right click on their name, it just opens up that new tab up at the top, and you just can look at it and close it and move on to the next ones. And you can invite, I usually work through these and invite about 10 of these every day. And when you click on these, the thing is, these are different. When you click on these connect buttons, because LinkedIn is suggesting that they might be a connection for you, they just get a direct send. You can't send a message with these. LinkedIn doesn't offer you that opportunity. But if you do go in and right click and then send them that connection request, then that box opens up to send them a message. Follow?
Mhm.
Okay. So there's tons and tons and tons of people, and then they have more follows. Be careful on who you follow. You only want to follow people that are related to what you do or within your, so if you're a financial planner, you want to, okay, don't follow CNN or Fox News, or they have really huge followerships, but they're too controversial. They have too much negativeness. So I don't follow the news
Network.
or there's a big guide that people talk.
Tony Robbins?
Oh yeah, you can follow Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, yeah.
He's got millions of followers.
But is it worth following him though?
Do you know why you follow people?
Because you like them?
Well, you like their blurbs, what they post?
Well, they have to be somebody that might be relatable to the rest of your connections. But you follow people because then your total reach, when you do posts on LinkedIn, expands.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Way back when I had 3,500 connections, and LinkedIn would show you what your reach was. And they've stopped showing that. So I would really be interested to see what my reach is today. But back then, my reach was that because of who I was following, my reach was over 94 million.
Wow.
So, but they stopped doing that, I think, because people were taking advantage of it and spamming
Yeah.
people. And I wish people wouldn't do that. I wish they'd abide by the rules, but most people don't read the terms of use. I'm one of maybe 0.0009% of the population that reads the terms of use. So these are the places that you want to go. Another thing you can do here. Let's go. So here's some more options. Do a little exploring yourself. So see who you already know on LinkedIn, syncing your contacts. So you can take your email and put and one of your emails in here and then continue. And then LinkedIn will reach out to people on LinkedIn and send them an email message. Seeing if you're connected to them, but here's a caution. Here's a caution. They also reach out to all of the people that are on that email. So this is my personal email. I never would send a message out with my personal email because my nieces and my granddaughters and my grandchildren are on this email, and my great aunt. And I did this one time actually, and they all got messages from LinkedIn asking them to connect with me. So you have to be careful what you do here. You don't send messages just to a blanket message to everybody on your email if you've got personal people that never will be in business.
Okay.
Because then LinkedIn pesters them and pesters them and pesters them and pesters them until they finally set up a LinkedIn profile before they leave them alone.
Okay.
So I got in big trouble doing that. You have to be really careful using it. Oh, we're way over time. I'm so sorry.
no worries.
Thank you though.
This is, I love doing this. I could talk about LinkedIn all day.
Okay, so
One last question.
I was just gonna say, so you're gonna send us this and you're gonna look to see if the other one,
Yeah,
you have it, even if it's like, we don't care if it's edited or anything.
I don't have time to edit them.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Yeah,
So
the
just,
raw stuff.
yeah, it's fine. I know at one point you're like, oh, I should, no, we don't care.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys have taken me to a whole different ballpark.
I mean, they asked me to do a survey at LinkedIn, and I was like, I like LinkedIn, but I have to get somebody else to teach me how to use LinkedIn. It's like,
Yeah.
I respect LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay, here's something else you can do in the groups and you can't do it anywhere else. So let's go into women in networking here. Network marketing. Look at this. You can, once you join groups, you can set up a little survey. It's called a poll. And what's your question? So why are you, the question might be, what inspires you about being in business? And then you give them some options, 1, 2, and you can add, I think, up to 4 options. And you can choose how long you want it to stay up. You want it to stay up a day, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. I usually leave mine up for 2 weeks because I don't have time to check them every day. And it's just lots of fun, and it creates interest and helps people notice you.
Mhm.
So you do those, you set up a poll in the groups. You can go into the different groups and set up the same poll if you want. Video is huge. Do you know what? I discovered the other day that you can do great video just using Zoom. You can go into Zoom and just, I have a special light that I use that shines in my face. I don't know, I'll try and let you guys see it. Can you see the light?
Yeah, I have a ring light too. It's on a big
Yeah.
pole. With
Yeah.
camera. Yeah.
Is yours little? Like mine's little. Is this what yours is like? Or is it bigger?
Just a minute, let me stop sharing my screen here.
Oh.
Oh yeah, yours is really little. Mine's
Yeah.
about 8 inches, 10 inches in diameter.
Yeah. Mine is behind me on that pole. You can probably see it.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
see it there, yeah. So
Yeah.
what you do is you put it in front of you so you can see
Yes.
the face. Because if
Yeah.
I don't have my light on,
Yeah.
my face is dark, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you want to make sure that people can see you when you're talking.
Mhm.
Videos.
And they're not expensive. I bought mine through Amazon.
I got
25.
mine as a giveaway.
Oh, cool.
Mine
was
was
a-
a gift.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I just
I-
turned mine on. I don't know if it makes a difference. I'm gonna turn it off again.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
it
it does make a difference. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wilma, what were you going to say?
Video today, and my microphone was my computer. So
Mhm.
as I noticed that it's not the best microphone.
Uh-huh.
What should I do? What microphone should I? Are you using microphone or are you using your computer?
I have an external microphone. And my external microphone is behind my computer. It's dusty a little bit.
Yeah.
But you really need to have an external microphone. And this one happens to be one I just won as a door prize at a chamber meeting.
What's the motto of it, or what's the name of it?
Okay, let me see what the name of it is. And it works pretty good.
Yeah, I'm impressed how well it works.
Hip Street.
Hip Street.
HIPSTREET. Hip Street.
Okay, thank you.
I have no idea how much it would cost, but there are some really good microphones out there.
Yeah.
And you can hear me good on that, right?
Yep,
And
I
it
can.
plugs into my computer. So I've got it all connected to my computer, and
Plug it. Is it USB plug?
there's 2. Just a minute, let me see here. I have to move my computer. Okay, so I have only got so many outlets
Yeah.
on my laptop. So I had to buy Oh, I can't unplug it because if I unplug it, you won't be able to hear me anymore. But it's made by Insignia, and they call it a dongle, and it has a whole bunch of USB ports on it, so that you can plug things into it, and then you only have to have one plug from the dongle plugging into your computer, because I've got my mouse, I've got a USB for my mouse, a USB for, what's that other thing?
Yeah.
But I've only got 3 outlets of USBs, and I've got tons of stuff that need to be plugged in, like my light and I do have a special headset that I use from time to time. If I'm doing a podcast interview, I'll use my headset.
Yeah.
But most of the time I just make my videos on Zoom. They upload really easy to YouTube, and I have my own YouTube channel. You can set up your own YouTube channel for free. And I'm finding that every time I do, I hesitate to do videos myself, because I think, who wants to listen to an old woman? And we were very critical of ourselves, right?
Too critical.
I'm finding that I get a lot of comments of people from what I say on my videos, so I do them.
Awesome.
That's really good.
Awesome.
You'll have to show us how you do that. I don't even know how to do that.
You know how you set up, you need a better microphone, I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Mine sound.
Another thing you can use is those little earbuds that you get with, like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
you get with your smartphones,
Yeah.
and they work really well and give you a lot better sound than just using the computer sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you've got one of those, plug it into your computer, and then you'll have way better sound. But they're not expensive to buy these little microphones, $25, $30. They're not really terribly expensive. At least when I got mine. I haven't had them that long. Well, my headset's fairly new. I got that. That's maybe 2 years old. But my light is maybe a year old.
Okay.
How big is your light?
Questions? Pardon me?
How big is your light? Like the diameter?
It's about, why don't I just measure it? I've got a ruler here. It's 10 inch, it's a 10 and an 8 inch. So I'd say it's what they would call a 10-inch light, 10 inches in diameter. It seems that you need to have a bigger light. The smaller lights they're okay, but I really like my
Light up the
bigger
room.
light.
I guess it's to light up the room too, right?
Well,
light up the room.
I've got my main overhead light on here, but when I'm on a Zoom call, I close my blind. I have a blackout blind on my window, because look what happens if my window's open. It distorts the lighting on my face, right? So
I just turned my lamps off. Does that look better?
as long as your face is lit up and people can see you, that's really
You think
important.
it's like is
Yeah,
it
mine's-
soft? Is it sort of softer?
Mhm.
Like, so that's just with the light on, and then if I put these two, it's almost too bright, right? What do you think?
More pink.
I'm very pink. I'm
No,
always,
but I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I
You look
don't
at your life.
but so I do sometimes think, do I look too pink? Because I just have a lot of pink in my skin. But without the lights, is it better?
Hmm.
Is it like
Yeah,
softer?
it's not as pink. Yeah.
Yes, that is pink.
And I don't want to, I'm thinking sometimes I look so red to me. The other day I was wearing a red,
Oh, that'd be a lot.
and I was like, oh my God, I look like I'm a tomato.
I know which light to work with then.
But maybe this is better. Just that little light.
I think, yeah, just that little light is all you need.
All right, what about this? One more. Wait, what about this? Oh, no, then it's
Oh, no,
shadow.
absolutely not. That's really
No,
pink.
that's an overhead.
Like
Okay.
you have a
That's really
skirt.
pink. That's really, really pink.
All right. Yeah. Like it's just interesting.
Yeah.
The color
Yeah.
you're wearing matters. The color you're wearing
I
matters.
think the color does matter,
Mhm.
but yeah. So, okay. I
I
never,
did color draping for years, and if you're that pink, you need, like I did it for a long time, right? Man, military, I draped a lot of people. And if you're that pink, probably you need like the gray blue that are muted with the gray blue. I'm trying to think of the colors. It's been a long time, but they're muted colors, but not with the warm tones. Probably with the cool tones, like not with the beiges.
I'm a more cool tone.
Yeah, but probably like a, I don't know. I'll have to get out my books and tell you,
But I can wear red because I have
yes,
dark hair, you know, so
you
I can
can.
wear red, but maybe
It's a shade of red.
not
Yeah,
on here, you know?
Different
Yes.
shades of red are good.
All right. So
Anyway, we're off topic. What about mine? with the light? I've got a little lamp here, or is that too?
I think
Oh, that looks
this
nice.
is helpful though, to have this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's much better to have that.
I
light.
really like that one.
If
I
you
like
could
that one.
Okay.
set up that ring light, if you could set up that ring light and move it down.
Yeah,
put that in
but
front
I
of you.
can't get it. I can't get it in front of me because it's on a stand unless I unscrew it and somehow mount it on something, right? Because
Oh,
I'm
it's
against the
mounted on the wall.
Well, why
my
can't you
desk
move
is
your
against the wall.
why can't you move your desk away from the wall a little bit?
Maybe it's in a little concave. I have walls around beside me. I don't know how to tell you that.
Are you in an office building or is this in your home?
It's at home. It's just the way it is. The desk just fits right in here, and then there's a window in front of me.
Oh, a window. But so you
Yeah.
have natural light. Do you have natural light coming in?
Yeah, there's and an overhead light as well.
Because it doesn't look like you have natural light.
You know why? Because there's right here, there's a ledge, and I've got it's part of the desk. There's a ledge up here that you can put books and different things. So I'm kind of underneath
Oh,
I don't know. I'm kind of in a little.
yeah.
It was in front of me, but there's also a board right here.
Yeah, well, you might, is that light is fastened to the wall?
Nope.
Or it's not?
This one, no, I can move it, but I can't move it. There's a wall right in front of me.
I know, but that light that you've got turned on right now is a little bit too sharp. You
It's
do
too
need
sharp.
that soft light from that circle,
From the
that
circle.
circle light.
Yeah.
And so if it's mounted on the wall, maybe you can take it off the wall and
It's
mount it
not-
on your desk.
It's not mounted on the wall. It's on a pole.
So
Can you
is it an expandable, retractable pole?
Yeah, I think, yes. Yep.
Yeah, so if you could set it on the back of your desk underneath that overhang. And because mine is, I don't know if I can show you this, but mine is on a stand that is expandable,
Yes.
and I can just
Yeah.
loosen this and I can bring it.
Oh, we can bring it right down.
Yeah, I can stretch it out. So
Yeah. Okay.
depending on where I want to use it, right?
Well, maybe you can do something and make it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should be able to expand it so that it'll sit on the back of your desk.
I have to shorten it because right now it's going from the floor up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
But you should be able to just play with it a little bit, see what
Yeah.
you can do with it.
see what I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
okay.
I'm gonna run here.
Wilma, did you have another question you wanted to ask?
No, that was it. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Have
Awesome,
That's
awesome.
great.
Okay,
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
We'll look forward to
Have a
getting
good-
stuff, Christine.
okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Seeing everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.